Welcome to the 2016 presidential debate. My name is Ava Triple, and I will be your moderator today. Let's meet the candidates. From the Democratic-Republican Party and also from 1801, past President Thomas Jefferson. From the Republican Party, President-elect Donald Trump.
Thank you. It's really quite tremendous that you're having me here tonight.
Mr. Trump, please don't speak outside of the allotted answer time. Mr. Jefferson, the American people place a great value on speech and a leader who can effectively address or persuade. What rhetorical strategies will you use to connect to the American people?
As the president in the early 1800s, during my inaugural address, I conveyed to the American people that I was going to make America great.
Wrong! I am the only one that can make this country great again.
Mr. Trump, please. Now, how would you like to respond?
My words, I have the best words. We all know I have an audience. President J is really a not good speaker. His crowds are sad, believe me. I've heard from people, and this is what people are saying, that Thomas Jefferson has the worst audience of a presidential candidate of all time.
Mr. Jefferson, going back to the topic of your inaugural address, what specifics did you assert to make America great?
I made a promise to the United States of America to preserve the rights of the American people as dictated in the Constitution. I established that all men are guaranteed freedom in a unified government.
Mr. Trump, your response?
My inaugural address is going to be so important. Let me tell you, really, I'm going to be so honest. It is going to be absolutely incredible. My dear wife, Melania, has written my speech. Instant classic. And I'm going to work so hard to bring back jobs to these people. It's going to be such a tremendous success.
Thank you both. The next question is for Mr. Trump. How do you use diction and syntax strategies in your speeches to persuade and illustrate your argument?
I use diction. I use so much diction. Very big diction. Jefferson makes so many mistakes. He almost let Britain win. Absolutely terrible. He only attracts very weak crowds with his sad syntax. And let me tell you, I only use the best syntax. I don't get enough credit for it, really. And the American people, they love it. They love syntax.
All right. Mr. Jefferson, same to you.
I appeal to the American people in a common tongue, representing myself as a man of the people. In this day and age, however, my diction would be considered sophisticated, giving me a stronger appeal, expressing my own intelligence and ethos. I speak in long, compound sentences, illustrating a complex, vivid picture of my ideals for America. Parallelism is also a technique I use frequently in order to make my argument more impactful and memorable for the audience.
Our final question of the night will be about each of your uses of figures of speech and the kind of rhetoric applied. Mr. Jefferson?
In order to illustrate my argument, I employ an extensive amount of metaphors describing the plights as well as successes of the American people, which instills a sense of pathos. To add to this visual approach, I also use synecdoche to inspire feelings of unity and patriotism. Throughout the piece, I differ to those more intelligent than I and express how humble and honored I am to be president, as well as express a unity and represent myself as a man of the people. This increases my reputation to provide excellent ethos. Finally, in my appeal to logos, I mention the failures and victories of the government in the past, urging us to learn from our mistakes and what has proven not to work, as well as continue to support principles that allow our country to flourish.
Excellent answer, Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Trump, your rebuttal?
When I talk about speech, when I use speech, I only say the truth. And even in this rigged election, I will never lie to the American people. Our country is just so deserving of the truth, especially when we face these huge threats from ISIS and competition from these countries. China is out producing and out manufacturing us, and the rhetoric, I'm sure, is also beating us. We just don't win anymore. We don't win. And let me tell you, Thomas Jefferson's rhetoric will be just a disaster, a mess, and we will lose big league.
That will conclude this debate. Thank you to the candidates for their responses.
This dog is winning big league and is tremendous.